But the Supreme Court never ventured into the issues of redistribution of wealth and sort of more basic issues of political and economic justice in the society. Mm-hmm. And to that extent, as radical as I think people tried to characterize the Warren Court, it wasn't that radical. It didn't break free from the essential constraints that were placed by the founding fathers in the Constitution, at least as it's been interpreted, and Warren Court interpreted it in the same way that generally the Constitution is a charter of negative liberties, says what the states can't do to you, says what the federal government can't do to you, but it doesn't say what the federal government or the state government must do on your behalf.
By design.
And that hasn't shifted. And one of the, I think, the tragedies of the civil rights movement was because the civil rights movement became so court-focused. I think that there was a tendency to lose track of the political and community organizing and activities on the ground that are able to put together the actual coalitions of power through which you bring about redistributive change.
What's going on, man? Charlie in the box. Check it out. Look at what I'm going to have in my box today. It's going to be, I do not want you to believe anything that I say. That's why at the beginning of this video, I showed you Barry Soetoro, Barack Hussein Obama saying in his own words that your Constitution is a bunch of negative liberties. What that means is that you shouldn't have your freedom of speech, your freedom to bear arms, to form a militia, freedom of press. Government shouldn't allow you to have those things. So why would he, if he believes that, why would he want to study the Constitution or be a constitutional lawyer? Is he defending it or is he trying to diminish it? By his actions, even George Bush, they've showed you that they don't care for your Constitution. They're doing everything and anything to diminish it. Under George Bush, the Patriot Act, America. Under Barack Obama, healthcare reform. Both of those had nothing to do with your safety or giving you medical care. Why is our government, the FDA, allowing these corporations to put phosphoric acid in your freaking 85% of all the food you consume? These processed foods, Pepsi, Coke. They put that in toilet bowl cleaner. Check for yourself. Why would your federal government allow them to put aspartame in your food, in your drinks? 85% of them. It's a poison. Don't believe me? Check for yourself. Fluoride. They tell you it's to strengthen your teeth, strengthen your bones. Has nothing to do with it. It's a medication to give people that are psychotic, that are in mental hospitals, to numb their senses, to dumb them down. And that's what they're doing to you, with a little dosage. You really have to question everything that you see on the news, everything that you know in your life. Because there's going to be a day, America, that your kids and your grandchildren are going to ask you, were you aware of anything that they were doing? Did anybody tell you? I remember seeing that little guy with the mohawk and the overbite. The mohawk and the overbite. And he was saying something, but I didn't pay attention. I don't believe him. Don't believe me. Check for yourself. Right now, America, we're being backed to a corner by our own government. You can believe it or not. What I'm saying is the truth. Because that day, when your grandchildren come and ask you that question, your kids come and ask you that question, what are you going to tell them? No, mijo, no daughter, no son, I love you, but I sold you out. I signed that silent contract because you know what? I neglect to understand the big picture because I believed everything they told me. I knew things were wrong, but I never questioned it because what power do I have? Me, in my little individual box that I'm in, I'm reading books, I'm educating myself, so when I meet people, I know what I'm talking about, and you believe what I'm telling you. Our country is being eroded away right before our eyes. You could believe it or not. Your money's being devalued right now, right in front of your eyes. When I first started telling people to buy gold, it was at $700 an ounce. Now, 3 years later, it's at $1,400 an ounce. Why are these commodities all going up and your dollar's being devalued? Why is our currency the number one currency in the world, but nobody wants it anymore? Mexico's being more freaking valuable than American money. Europe's money surpassed our money. Why? Why would our government not go after its own resources to prosper, make a strong nation? They take your gold away from you. They take your oil away from you, your coal, and every other natural resource that we have in America that we can sell to the world. They don't let you farm your land, America. They don't let you protect your freaking backyard in your house. You gotta leave your borders open. We allow tons of drugs, illegal drugs, to be shipped into this country every freaking day. We're even protecting the opium farms in Afghanistan. You think that has anything to do with your freedom that we're in Afghanistan? How does freaking opium and freaking drugs have anything to do with your freedom, America? As long as you choose to neglect to really understand what they're doing, you sold out your kids, you sold out your country. But don't believe me, check for yourself, people. I told you guys many times, you're not gonna do everything in your power to restore your life, liberty, and this country. You're gonna do everything in your power to destroy it. Charlie Box out.